And welcome back to KTN News Desk. I'm Michael Karanja. Now, Telkom Kenya has been one of those mobile operators operating in Kenya for the last 7 years. And today I'm joined by Vincent Kamadra, who's the Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer at Telkom Kenya. Vincent, latest numbers are out. Telkom Kenya grew its market share by 9.2%. What's happening at Telkom Kenya, and how are you managing to attain this kind of growth?
Yes, thank you, Michael. So yes, there's been a pretty good report for Orange. In fact, we have had a consistent growth in the last 5 quarters of our subscriber base, and as a matter of fact, the market share. So we have beaten the market consistently since 5 quarters. And I think there are several factors explaining this growth. I think first of all, we have had our new Tujuane voice tariffs. Yeah. I think millions of Kenyans have now understood that it was cheaper to call the other network from Orange than from this same network. So it has driven a lot of acquisitions on our network. I think quality of network is always very important for Kenyans. It has been recognized as well. Dual SIM handset strategy is another point. Just to give you a fact, half of the phones sold in Kenya are multi-SIM, dual SIM, triple SIM. So we are driving on this trend.
And making sure that you're one of those SIM cards in those phones. Ah,
yes, clearly, but we have a wide portfolio for that. Yeah. And last but not least, I think the 3G experience on Orange is recognized as being quick, fast, reliable, and we are expanding its reach.
To your network. And last year, capex in that whole field in infrastructure is about 2.5 billion shillings. Just looking at that, for operators, are we looking more for voice, or are we looking for data as in terms of a point of growth?
Well, point of growth, but clearly, data is a growth area in the future. Yes. That's why last year, as you said, we have invested heavily. We have opened Eldoret and Nakuru, 2 big cities. This year, we are focusing on smaller towns. We are going to open 41 new towns to 3G within Q1 of this year. So this represents also, let's say, a substantial amount of investment. But the good thing is, as long as we open 3G technology, it also drives 2G revenue. And I'll give you an example. When we opened Capsabet last year, we have tripled the revenue, both on voice and data, in a few months.
Yeah. And just looking at that whole point, a number of players in this whole space are either looking for either corporate clients or connectivity to the homes. When you look at that mix of data usage, are you more concerned about personal data use, or are you looking for more connectivity to the houses or to offices?
Yes, well, obviously you know that Telkom is an integrated operator, so we are operating on the 2 segments. But when you look at the size of the market, the personal consumption on smartphones represents millions and millions of customers. Yep. So clearly, let's say when you're looking for a quick growth, this is the priority segment for us today.
Yeah, and just looking at data, especially you, one of the few carriers that have unlimited data, but there have been concerns that perhaps Telkom Kenya is throttling that a bit, especially on the unlimited side. We've already seen a number of players actually limit the amount of data, especially on that unlimited bundle. Just looking at that throttling issue, is it something that is done, or how do you ensure that people are able to get seamless connectivity to data?
Yes, so all our unlimited offers have what we call a fair usage policy, yeah. Which means that until a certain threshold, you can enjoy the full speed of that our network can deliver. But then to make sure that all users enjoy the same speed altogether and that we don't have abuses, yeah. After a certain cap, you are not. Your connection still goes on, but at a reduced speed to give more space to the other customers. So that's what we are implementing, a fair usage policy, and all the details are available on our website.
All right. And just look at fair usage. Is it that if I come and I've taken perhaps 1 GB and I'm looking and I'm already done 800 in less than 2 hours, is that when I start getting throttled?
Well, probably not at 1 GB. In fact, yeah. Our thresholds are much higher than that. To give you an example, on the monthly unlimited offers, which is our hero offer, yeah. You need to reach 20 GB of data before having your speed starting to be reduced. So 20 GB means you have downloaded maybe 25 movies. We are talking about significant usage.
All right. Just looking, I've pointed out to this in terms of growth. You're currently the third, according to the Q1 statistics, you're the third largest operator in this country. But what are some of the areas that you're looking for growth? Because you have about 2.6 million customers. Just looking for 2015, perhaps in the next 1 year, where do you see yourselves in terms of customer numbers, just to enable you to push both voice and data?
Yes. So in the latest report, we are slightly above 3 million customers. At the current rate of acquisitions, we think it's possible to add another million by the end of 2015. So today the trend is there. Our acquisitions have never been as fast as we speak.
Yep. So
we think that we have a winning strategy right now. Now the objective is to convince more and more customers to try our service, because usually once they try it, the level of satisfaction is high. So we continue to communicate to all Kenyans across the country and have them make it a try.
So by the end of 2015, where do you see Telkom Kenya?
Well, I think by the end of, for the time being, the financial forecasts are very encouraging.
Yeah.
And by the end of 2015, we should have made significant improvements. So really, in terms of operations, the situation is improving at a very fast pace.
All right, thank you very much. That has been Vincent Kamadro, who's the Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer at Telkom Kenya, shedding more light on what the company sees in terms of growth in 2015.